While searching for documents on the Superfund Clean Up of Camp Hero, we were able to find an official copy of the full report from the Army Corps of Engineers at the Montauk Library. Most of the demolition was in the 1993 to 1995 timeframe, and Camp Hero was not the only base in Montauk to achieve Superfund status. The final cleanup action for contaminated soil and groundwater was scheduled for 2 months ago in September 2021, although this past summer there have been many locations where oily substances were observed seeping from the bluffs and beaches bordering Camp Hero and Turtle Cove. The final cleanup action for unexploded ordnance in water and on land will continue for another 20 years until September 2041. 90mm and quad 50 caliber anti-aircraft shells were fired at some of the very first remote-controlled drones, and most of the rounds ended up on the ocean floor. The remains of an extensive underwater minefield, anti-submarine and anti-aircraft munitions, and small arms practice ranges cover the entire base. Of all the coastal bases between Long Island and Massachusetts, Camp Hero is the most toxic. The destruction of the diesel power plant had already begun when we started to investigate. Several very large tanks were removed, and you can see just how far down below the surface some of this infrastructure was buried. Is this object that we found on History Channel's The Dark Files a similar structure? If so, how is it that such a large structure can be missed by the Army Corps of Engineers, especially after spending almost 30 years testing and searching the property? If anything in this report is clear, it's that the Army Corps of Engineers does not know where the underground tunnels are and has not been able to map them, although they do admit that there is subsurface historical infrastructure.